quarterback, Utah State.
49ers bring pressure to inside backers. Come down the sideline. Romeo Doubs, a touchdown.
Hang on. Love to Watson to a one-score game.
Hey, this is Ahman Green, Green Bay Packers all-time leading rusher. Bill, the Packer fan and Packer owner, Nick. They run a website for Packer news and updates, and I know Packer news hasn't been so great lately because we got some players that are not Packers anymore that you loved at one time, but you might hate a little bit right now.
Two great running backs. We have a competent offensive line.
He's saying that he felt in November and December that they didn't want him back.
Get a little safety in that position. Either we go.
There's no reason to believe we can't return, but.
And they already came out. There's a couple guys that came out and said that Rodgers is telling what
solution of it, and don't let them go for anything under than one.
And you know what, Packer fans? The Bears still suck. So go Pack Go, and good luck to you, Bill and Nick. Their website and their Packer news. Talk to you later.
It's a lot easier to come in and skip doing mop-up duty, but he threw the ball off. He kind of looked like Aaron Rodgers the way he was throwing the ball sidearm and just flicking the ribs, and the ball was just jumping out of his hands.
Agreed. Hey everybody, this is Gerhard de Beer, former Green Bay Packer offensive lineman, and you're watching Frozen Tundra Network with Bill the Packer fan and Packer owner Nick. Enjoy.
I just want to mention again that Ahman Green said my name. So welcome.
Yeah, and I'm shaking hands with the bastard.
Network. I'm going to use that flex all year. I don't even care. Greatest running back in Packers history. Welcome to the Frozen Tundra Network. We got a lot to talk about. We missed last week because Ken was sick.
Yeah, try and blame me there, Cops.
We're gonna talk about everything that we didn't talk about last week. First thing that I want to talk about before we get into the draft and everything that we're doing with our signing our rookies and picking up some guys, I want to mention one thing that I just saw recently, and everybody's kind of been. This has been back and forth between Packers fans on this subject. Where Samori Toure, man, does he look? If you go look at the pictures and go look at what people are talking about, he gained like a little more than 10 pounds. He actually looks bulkier. Apparently, he's been working his ass off. So I'm starting to think to myself, realistically, what are we expecting from someone like Samori Toure, who I believe could be a great number 3 wide receiver for us? I want John Dorn to start with that one.
Yeah, I liked him last year. Even when he came out, he could produce every time he had his chance. Yeah. He put up. He didn't drop the ball or nothing.
It was small moments, but he only got small amount of playing time. But he had great small moments.
Like, I tell you the truth, I kind of like him better than Doubs. I'm sorry to say, but I do.
Really?
I think he has more upside than Doubs. I really do.
That's a tall order, but okay, I'm going to allow it because Samori Toure did have like these really great moments where he's not dropping the ball like Doubs. His route running looked pretty good. Again, he just gained more weight. Dude, Green Bay is saying his ass off more than anybody at this point.
Yeah, he's hungry. He's hungry to become the third receiver.
Yeah,
number 2.
And I love bunch that. Of the coaches keep praising him too.
Well, let me ask you, Ken. Just like what John Dorn said, he's hungry. Don't you want the guy that's like fucking hungry to get on the field? Isn't that the guy that you want?
Absolutely. If he ends up showing more drive than Doubs, I have no problem replacing him as the number 2. I like Doubs. Do not get me wrong. But if Samari shows that he's just got that extra edge, I'm more than willing to go for it.
So look, I'm going to give this one to you, Rob, where I'm going to say it kind of doesn't matter if you like him more than Doubs. And I get it. I get what you guys are saying, but it kind of doesn't matter because I feel like Doubs is like our slot guy, whereas Toure could be the outside with Watson. You know what I mean? You see where I'm going with that? So it's almost like even if you like Toure more than you like Doubs, I think it won't matter because that trio right there will still be on the field together.
Oh, exactly.
What do you think, Rob?
Well, I'm thinking about Reed also being put into this mix because that guy had made a career out of catches in Michigan. I mean, that guy is going to be a baller too. So, I mean, I'm all about Toure stepping up. I think that's his progression. That's where he should be. This is what, year 2 or year 3 for him?
No, this is year 2.
Year 2. Yeah, year 2. So, I mean, I like all our rookies from last year. They all made strides. Dobbs, he started out earlier than the rest of them, last year. I think he's still I think out of everybody, I think he had the more consistent, season of play himself. But I'm all about it. Doesn't, like you said, Nick, I agree. It doesn't matter who it is. We're going to have at least 3 or 4 solid guys that we can rotate in, starting off. I believe that. So,
well, okay. I haven't seen a thing about us maybe picking up another like a receiver or something. It's like,
yeah,
why?
I saw that too.
I don't want no veterans receiver. I'd rather keep let the young guys go at it. There's more reps for them. I mean, we're not going for a Super Bowl this year anyways. Why the hell we bring someone in? Let the guys, our young guys grow together,
Yeah, before we picked up Reed, I was in for having the veteran receiver. But now that we got him, we've got more than enough guys to fight for the starting lineup. Unless somebody gets injured, I'd rather roll with them.
Well, I'm okay with them bringing in somebody. I mean, it's training camp. I mean, bringing a veteran in is just going to light a fire under everybody's ass anyway. So, I mean, creating that competition, I'm okay with it. Who did they say was it? Jarvis Landry? Was that the guy? One of the guys, and Coty or whatever his name is from. I mean. These guys aren't. They don't scream. They don't.
They're not worth bringing in.
To me, that's a veteran project. It's not like a veteran something like. Look, Jarvis Landry would have to stay healthy for at least one fucking game.
Freaking A, bro.
This dude is. So look, I was a big. I was enormously in favor of. Let's get some veteran guys. Like, you don't have to draft these rookies because we got these rookies that are developing. But now that we've gone the way that we have, and we got Reed, who's about 5'11", he looks like he could be a pretty good slot guy. Most likely, he's pretty fast, and his hands are. Dude, he makes these one-handed catches where I'm like,
it's phenomenal hands, bro. Phenomenal. He's like
Wick is good. Wick.
But look at where we're going with this. Is like now we're talking about Torrey. Like all of a sudden. You like Torrey, and you like Dobbs all of a sudden. Like, what if Dobbs also takes the next step? And then you got all these guys that are complementary to each other, and it's brand new. Jordan Love's era is brand new, so it's develop and play at this point. So now that everything has transpired the way that it has, I don't think that we need veterans anymore. I think we're just going to keep developing and getting better every year, and that's the plan. Kind of like with. When we got rid of Greg Jennings and Aaron Rodgers is developing with Jordy Nelson, he's developing with James Jones. Like, he's got these guys coming up with him. So I just thought it was very interesting that the Packers made a blatant shout out to Samori Torrey saying, hey, this guy right here is like developing, like he's getting good. So I think that's going to be interesting during the season. That's just me.
It's going to be a great season, man. I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
We got Wicks. We just picked up 2, and fuck, Bull Mountain or Bull fucking what's his name?
What do you guys think of the Owens pickup?
Owens pickup. Good tackler. Great tackler.
I mean, yeah, he's the tackler. I mean, can he cover? Yeah. I mean, he's tackling.
Can't cover.
That's tackling's what you do after he caught the ball.
He has highlights where he intercepts the ball, but there's a lot of highlights where dude just blows right by him.
Right, that's what I'm saying, man. For every good highlight, I saw a bad highlight. So I mean,
yeah, I would have rather have had
maybe a different coaching staff gets it out of him. I don't know. Maybe a different coaching staff might get to him and maybe he'll start playing better. Maybe he's got with special teams.
With the high quality guys we got by him.
Maybe special teams. He's a good tackler.
The Cardinals and the Raiders were like, you picked up Russell Douglas. Why? Why would you play that guy? He's horrible. And all of a sudden,
I remember
that, 2 years later.
Oh no, and Campbell the same way. Campbell the same way, bro.
Campbell needs to step it up though. Campbell's got to step it back up though.
To just pull the plug. They were like, get this guy out of here. And first team All Pro. So I think you guys are right. Maybe Owens has a lot. What is he? I think he's 25, I believe, right? Or something like that.
Something like that,
yeah. 25, 27, somewhere in that range.
He's got a lot to be desired at this moment for us because we need another safety.
And we got him for a good price. I mean, it wasn't like it wasn't super expensive. You know, I think that was the key. And maybe he's good enough to learn the system and be an asset. Yeah. I mean, we got a lot of speed on this on offense and defense this year, man. I mean, I'm excited.
One thing I'm tired of hearing, I don't know how you guys feel about this, so we'll go into this next segment. One thing I'm really tired of hearing, our defense has people in place for a reason in certain areas, certain positions. I'm sick of hearing Packers fans say, you know, just put Rasul Douglas at safety. And I'm like, what? So what is the thought process behind that? Because why?
Yeah. No.
Okay. I can see why they argue it, because he does do better with his eyes looking back at the quarterback.
No, he does better when he sits on an island, almost like he's Darrelle Revis. That's where he does better, is when he's by himself in a spot on an island. When he has to take back coverage, he gets killed every time. Yeah. And I don't understand the whole safety thing. That's
when he got his penalties too. He got a lot of penalties last year.
It's going to be interesting.
I think it's how well he performs in zone.
Safety, man. So, Ken, go ahead and continue your thought. Sorry.
Yeah, I think it's from how well he performs in zone coverage, is that they're extrapolating it, thinking that because he can do it at a much more athletically demanding position of cornerback, he can do it at safety by default, even though we've seen multiple times that change isn't automatic.
Yeah. I think
I would be up for giving it a shot and see how it works during the preseason.
What about putting Stokes there?
No.
When he comes back.
No, I don't think Stokes is a safety. I don't think he's the type of player that's going to tackle like a safety needs to. He's not going to read the coverage.
That I think is also a major contributing factor of why we're hearing about Rasul going to safety, is because how much everybody likes Stokes at corner.
I think Stokes is a man-to-man.
Yes.
Coverage.
I think almost every one of our corners is.
You need to hook him arm to arm with a receiver and let him run with him. That's what he's best at. I do not think he would be good at safety because of that. I think the only person that we have that could transition to safety would be Jerry Alexander. He can pretty much do everything and anything. He's a little undersized, but so are most safeties, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like safeties are usually a little bit under 6 foot. Jair's 5'11", I believe. 5'10" and a half or something like that. So I think Jair could, but look, we'd be doing ourselves a disservice if we put Jair Alexander at safety. You know what I mean?
No, one thing about it, we got like what 6 safeties right now. We just gotta go through training camp and see who's the best and throw them in there and see what happens.
I wouldn't be surprised if that guy that we got in the 7th round there, I forget his name at the moment, but if he ends up winning that starting safety spot. Because there's been a lot of talk from the coaches too that they like him already.
I think Owens will start week 1.
You think so, huh?
I do.
Well, I mean, I'm about it. I mean, that's why they brought him in to see. I mean, if he's got the skills, let's do it.
I don't know. I'm gonna have a sharp fuse with him.
Absolutely.
What happened with Amos? So we just did he sign with anybody? I mean, is he still an option?
We're just going younger.
Really, you think that's it?
Yep, that's what I think it is too.
Amos and the Packers were talking a little bit again.
I know, that's what I thought.
But we have to see what happens. I think that I do think that they brought Owens in for a reason, not only to get younger, but dude, Green Bay sees something in someone and they just go for it.
Look, I trust Goody, man. He has hit on more free agents than any other GM that I've seen that's taken this many shots. For as many shots as he's gone after, his percentage on hitting on these guys has been pretty good.
Well, look, let's be honest. We need a safety really bad, and Green Bay wouldn't purposefully not go get a safety and then I feel like that they really see something in this guy. And this isn't just some guy that was on a practice squad like Rasul Douglas. This guy got playing time in Texas. He played for the Texans. He had moments.
Yeah, no, he was like their best guy, one of their best. He had some leading tackler.
Other than Petrie, but yeah. That guy Petrie is a beast.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying, I mean, as far as he came with something from there, and we got him for a good price. That's the best part.
Yeah.
So look, Mike, I'm not going to argue it with you on this because I do think Amos was by far our best safety, and I think he's better than anyone that we currently have.
Yeah,
I just think that Green Bay saw something in this guy Owens, and I'm willing to bet that he starts. And we'll have to see how it goes because, I mean, there's moves that we make that are great, and then there's moves that we make where I'm like, what? Like when we picked up the dude from Dallas, the linebacker, right? Smith. What was
Jalen, not Jalen.
Not Jalen Smith.
I think he was
Okay.
Jalen Smith.
Okay.
He was supposed to be this great linebacker, right? And he ended up tanking for the Dallas Cowboys. So Green Bay picked him up, and we're like, oh, we'll make him good. And he was fucking awful.
If he didn't have that knee injury, before that knee injury, he was outstanding. I will say that. But he completely blew that some bitch apart and was never the same guy.
Some guys are like that. Some you can't recover from some places, man.
Well, it's something about Stokes. They haven't said exactly what his injury is. They said it was severe, though.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Well, they don't want that getting leaked out because then it will affect his jobs getting hired somewhere else. You know what I mean? They're gonna.
I think I heard something about the tendon on the kneecap getting torn.
We have a history of grabbing guys and making them better than what they were supposed to be, other than Jalen Smith. But like, for example, like Whitney Merciless. Whitney Merciless was left for dead. He wasn't even supposed to get signed by anybody, and we picked him up the last time he ever played again, and he actually played really good.
He played really well, man.
His biceps, but he played great for us. He
did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So we were just talking about earlier, Devondre Campbell, Russell Douglas. We got guys that we
Ford even looked good at times last year.
I gotta tell you though, he can't tackle for shit.
I understand, man. He's got issues too, but I mean, there was moments, man. He had some good breakups. He had some good stops.
I don't mind him being that nickel safety when you drop Savage into the slot.
It's gonna be about seeing what we're gonna have to get into camp. That's the biggest part, man. I mean, we can all speculate, but we got to get into camp and see and try some different combos out, and
we gotta see the development of guys. We have to see who's developing and who's not, because look, we're in a new era here. If you're not developing and you're not on the development train, then you gotta jump the fuck off. Kind of like Rodgers. Amari Rodgers, like, bro, he was never going to develop. He was never going to help us. Get the fuck off.
Well, Rodgers didn't help either. I mean, fucking Aaron Rodgers, he wouldn't throw him. He's just like DeGora, too. He's like, he won't throw the ball to DeGora. I mean,
and that's fine, but look, there's a difference between, like, hey, man.
If Rodgers don't like you, he ain't throwing to you.
But there's a difference between Rodgers isn't throwing you the ball and, hey, man, you fumbled like 16 punts this year. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean?
Bro, he had a lot of reasons to not trust him. I mean, that's the thing.
What did he average? Like 2 yards a punt return?
Bro, he's ridiculous.
Every time he fucking, I was like back there, like, oh my God. I'm like, I was getting nervous. Like, man.
How many fumbles did he have? I mean, seriously. A lot. Way more than any.
Yeah.
Nixon came in and saved us, man.
Yeah.
Last year, he literally lost us. I can think of 2 games he literally lost because of his fumbles.
You guys heard about that, right? Nixon's guaranteeing 5.
Good.
He said 5 returns.
Nixon might be the best special teams player that we've had in 12 years.
Probably since what's his name in the Super Bowl 31. I can't think of his name now. God dang it!
I remember
Will Blackman was an awesome punt returner for us.
A long time ago. We had Charles Woodson. He was doing
Desmond Howard. Desmond Howard. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, Desmond Howard, the 1996 Super Bowl.
Dude, he was the best.
Bro, the robot. Remember he do the robot.
Bro, if I would have placed the bet, I called he was going to be the MVP of the goddamn game. He was for that return, bro.
So look, Desmond Howard. Okay, I don't think Nixon is the best guy that we've had since Desmond Howard. I think he's probably the best guy since we started using Charles Woodson, who actually started doing really well. Charles Woodson had that injury. It was like a minor injury, but they decided completely to just do away with the whole punt return thing.
Yeah.
And they started just being like, look, just focus on cornerback. Not only that, I can think of Randall Cobb was a really great
man. I liked him so much, but he just got hurt too much, bro. That was what they couldn't risk it.
Freeman too for a while there.
Y'all, man, dude.
I'm gonna ask you guys a question. First game that Randall Cobb ever played, who was it against and what happened?
I know it was a punt return for a touchdown. I do not remember.
It was a kick return for a touchdown. And it was
That's
against
what I
the New
meant.
Orleans Saints week 1.
Okay.
And we ended up punching the ball in at the very end of the game to barely beat them. I think it was 28-24 with Drew Brees and all those guys. We barely beat them, and they were like Super Bowl contenders, you know what I mean? And
Yeah, I know.
so first game Randall Cobb ever played, kick return for a touchdown. I think it was 98 yards. I can't remember. It was like 104, 98,
yeah.
whatever it was.
Now he can't even find his crutches now.
Oh, man. Oh, I heard he's going to the Jets now.
Yeah, bro. He's already over there with them.
Yep.
About 3-4 games.
I hate that this ended the way that it did with Aaron Rodgers. I love Aaron Rodgers, my second favorite player ever in Green Bay history. My first is Antonio Freeman, baby. I can't. I'm so happy that though, when Rodgers left and he did what he did, that all the shit that we didn't want coming back is going with him. Like, yeah, go over there, please. Like Lazard and Cobb and probably Mercedes Lewis at this point. Like, go over there.
See, I would have been okay with bringing Cobb back.
I'm not with Jordan Love.
Bro, I like. Look, the one thing I'm going to say to you, what do you guys think about this? I mean, Jordan Love and these guys are trying to set a whole new atmosphere. I mean, Rodgers wasn't there isn't there working with the guys in their off season. He's not there for the OTAs. Jordan Love is. I mean, Love is like putting in the work. Love is saying he's going to take over and make this his team.
Well, you got to
figure too. Brett Favre drama never ends, bro.
You got to figure these young receivers, these young receivers, tight ends and stuff. They get along a lot better with Jordan Love than they did with Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers pretty much would throw a play out from fucking 10 years ago, and these guys are like, "What the fuck?" You know what I mean?
Well, look, let's be honest. Aaron Rodgers is not fighting for his career anymore. He's not that hungry guy that we saw years ago. Look, and it's not that many years ago. It wasn't too long ago that Aaron Rodgers looked like hungry as shit, and I could see it in him. But there has been a last moment.
This last year, I think he gave all of himself. But I don't think he went that extra mile.
We all saw it in that Detroit game.
Here's the problem. He gave all of himself physically last year, and he did. He
did, bro. He did.
But
no point.
He gave all of himself mentally last year.
I think with them not getting him somebody, I think that really was like a gut punch to him. And he was, well, if you're not going to do it, I'm not gonna go.
And it's a huge slap in the face to see. It's a huge slap in the face to see him go get 2 tight ends and a wide receiver in the second round this year.
Yeah. That had to frost his ass.
What did the Jets do this?
I'm glad we did it. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, they drafted a defensive guy, and Rodgers is sitting there looking at So it's the same thing again?
We've got no left tackle here, but don't draft a guy. You know, just leave it so I get creamed every fucking game.
The Jets are pitfalling into what we've pitfalled in many years where, well, look, we have Aaron Rodgers. We don't have to draft anybody on offense, right? So let's go get defense. What you're doing is you're recreating this whole drama that Aaron Rodgers saga originally started from was, hey, man, no one's helping me. And the Jets are not helping it. Let's be honest.
Hey, think about it. Rodgers seems like he's going over and running the whole fucking place, the whole Jets. Like he's the coach. He's everything. You know, I want these players. I want this.
The Jets, he's a fucking rock star. They have
that's the Napoleon complex right there, bro.
And memes and all this shit where Jets fans are like, okay, did we make a mistake? Like, I'm already seeing it. I'm literally, dude, I go on the Jets page all the time and read their comments because of what just happened. And I like to see what their input is. And I swear, I see these fans that are like, man, I'm already not liking this. We're making these moves because we have Aaron Rodgers, and this kind of sucks. Like, I don't think we're going to be that good. And it's the same thing over and over again. At least Green Bay had a good roster with him, though, like the last couple of years. But I want to get to –
if I'm being completely –
and then we're going to go to A-Dub to let him wrap his head around this whole thing.
If I'm being completely honest and trying not to be biased, I think the Jets are going to do halfway decent this year. Just from if they carry that defense from last year to this year, I think that Aaron Rodgers puts them over the hump, honestly.
But I think their fans are recognizing that just because you have Aaron Rodgers, all these bad moves that they're making, they're kind of sitting there going, so are we going to win 10 games and then completely suck once we get to the playoffs? Like, because you don't have a complete roster.
I think Garner's going to cover up a lot of their holes.
What's up, Isaac?
What's up?
All right, Isaac, thank you for joining, I guess, or whatever. We're gonna.
Hey, I just want to say, nice haircut, Rob. Nice wig, Nick. Just kidding.
so we're gonna let A-Dub wrap this whole thing up, and we're gonna go right to Isaac right after. Go ahead, A-Dub.
As you guys speak so much about the Jets, if you look at the draft class, only about 4 players they got for their offense, and that's just 2 offensive linemen, a running back, and a tight end.
Their running backs get hurt every fucking game, too. Even Breece Hall tore his ACL, didn't he?
Well, their running back had been the entire focal point of their offense for a little while.
Didn't Breece Hall tear his ACL last year as a rookie? Isn't that what happened?
Yeah, he got knocked out. I know that. He was out
I
for
don't
the.
think it was an ACL. I don't think.
Or he was coming in late. He came in. One of the two, man. It was some. He was definitely injured last year.
Yeah,
he was injured. That's for sure.
Yeah,
bro. I'm a big fantasy guy, so all these guys that I always pick like a dark horse.
Oh, it was okay.
So, promising rookie year was derailed by a torn ACL on October 23rd. I remember that too because I remember being like, bro, like because I play a million fantasy leagues, being like, dude, that dude is a beast.
I know, me too, man. I'm the same way.
it ruined a few people's seasons.
Yeah, it did. It did.
I can see that.
I want Isaac to take the rails on this one, where I'm going to sit here and say, so we're kind of transitioning our conversation into Green Bay Packers. Like, what are we going to look like? How good are we going to be? We talked about the Jets. Personally, I think that the Jets fans are kind of freaking out. Like, this is starting not to look good. Like, but that's neither here nor there. We're going to have to see how they play together. I think Green Bay, look, we have a great roster. We do. We have a good roster. We just simply do. Now, we have developing receivers. We have so many young pieces on offense. That's something to be argued about. But on defense, we have a great fucking defense. And I think if Jordan Love just plays just average, how many games do you think we could realistically win, Isaac?
Well, I think with this young roster, growing, developing, I'm really promising to see that Jordan Love was practicing with Devontae Adams. I forget which other receivers followed him to California, but practicing together, that's really promising to see before the season, in the offseason, really building that chemistry, building that camaraderie.
It's like tying the offense together, you know what I mean?
Christian Watson and Romeo
galvanizing. Yeah, galvanizing.
That's a good word right there. Galvanizing
the team that has gone through their lumps through this offseason.
Soldering these pieces together.
But
melding it all.
I think realistically, we're gonna see. We're not gonna see that big jump on this season. We're gonna see like maybe 8 wins, but we can build off that. You know what I mean? Like going into next season, because this team is building more and more of that chemistry. And then Little Bird, I heard from the Raiders, was talking about, I'm not agreeing with the offense and I want to leave. Bring back Tay, baby.
That would be nice, but I don't think that's going to happen.
I mean, realistically, look, the Green Bay Packers are the cheapest team in the whole league. They refuse to give up. They won't. I need your 7th round draft pick, and that will sew it all together.
Bro, come on, man. They offered to make him the highest paid wide receiver, and he said, "Eh."
Yeah, right. But
they had pissed in his Cheerios so much the year before.
What I'm excited.
I think that's what it really was.
Yeah.
I don't think cap's going to be an issue for Green Bay for a little bit now. I don't think look, at the time, yes, I think you're right that being the highest paid wide receiver, it was like, oh, we got to like really grind these gears now. I think right now has nothing to do with being the highest paid wide receiver or wanting to come back to Green Bay. I think management is literally sitting there looking at the Aaron Rodgers like era, like his saga, and they're going anything that was involved with this. And I think Bakhtiari's in this as well. Like he's going to be gone soon.
I got a feeling he's going to get traded once training camp starts.
I think management is full blown saying, "Here, Jordan Love, we're literally giving you the keys to the castle. Everyone that was with Aaron Rodgers, we're pushing you out because anything that stands against Jordan Love is not going to fly at this point. Like we did with Favre, right? We knew the writing was on the wall with Greg Jennings. We saw it like the years that Aaron Rodgers started playing. Like we could see it. We won the Super Bowl, and Greg Jennings still had shit to say. Like you know what I mean? So
Greg was always an asshole, even when he was on the Packers. He was very superstar back then, even before he had left.
Yeah, but I don't mind a guy being cocky, man, because that's what he was. I mean, he had some great.
I don't mind cocky either, but he was more arrogant.
Compliments and talk like, man, I'm sorry, but Greg Jennings.
Oh, he's a dickhead, man. I fucking can't stand him. I think he left. When he left, he had a huge attitude. So no, I agree with you.
So let's do this. I'm gonna go to John Dorn on this one, where I'm gonna say, so Aaron Rodgers taking over the team, right? After Brett Favre. Could you imagine? Okay, it's just like Jordan Love taking the team over for Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is taking the team over for Brett Favre, right? That's a whole lot of pressure on your shoulders immediately. You're playing for the Packers, and our fans, they expect. It's like being a Yankees fan. It's like being a Lakers fan, a Celtics fan. We expect you to win. You know what I mean? So when you're during a game, Greg Jennings is laughing with the other team and being friendly, and Aaron Rodgers says something to him, of sorts of like, you could always play for that team if you want. It was something like that, right? Minced words.
Yeah, something, if you like him, go get him, or something like that.
Yeah. And Greg Jennings takes this enormous offense to that, but I kind of understand it where it's like, bro, I'm trying to do everything I can to make everyone happy, and here you are jerking off the other team while we're losing the game. You know what I mean? Like, he's trying to command the team.
It looked like that, but yeah.
So see what I'm saying? So how do you feel about that, John Dorn? And it's in the context of everybody that was playing with Aaron Rodgers. I feel like management is like moving them out so that they can make Jordan Love comfortable and accommodated.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I think you said Bakhtiari. I think he'll be out. I don't know next season. He could be traded this year yet. Who knows? You know what I mean?
He could.
You don't know. You never know yet. After June 1st, he might. But
dude, there's a lot of things that could happen. Let's be honest.
Fucking A, bro.
What I think though, I'll be disappointed if we have less than 10 wins. We gotta have 10 wins or more. Because look at Mac Jones. He came in his rookie year with nobody in it, and he won 10 games his rookie fucking year. Jordan Love's been there for 3 years. He knows the book inside and out. He's been working with these guys with these guys last year. I mean, when Rodgers wasn't practicing stuff, he has all the reps with them, even in the off season. Last year, everything. So if we don't come out and get 10 wins, I will be disappointed. There's no fucking. We got the defense. We have the offensive line that's been there. We have 2 running backs that's been there. We got 2 tight ends that knows the book. Watson and Dobbs, they've been here. They know.
Davis. I really hope you're not talking about Tyler Davis. That guy
he's more as a special teams kind of backup tight end. Basically, I look at him.
Packers,
he has to be great at special teams. I don't know why they keep bringing him back. He's got to be awesome on special teams.
Tyler Davis is a fucking bum. Okay,
he's good at special teams though. That's why they're keeping him.
DeGuara, I'll give you. DeGuara is a great fucking blocker. And
I love him as the H-back.
Yeah. So DeGuara, I'm happy with. Tyler Davis, get the fuck out of here.
But I'm just saying, we do got people that know the offense. It's not like we're all going to rookies. They're all rookies. They're not all rookies.
Musgrave and Kraft got their work.
We still got a solid front. We still got a solid offense that can put up points. I mean, we can float it down your throat. We can do a lot of shit. I mean,
I'm telling you, man, a lot of the problems we had last year because Rodgers didn't have no time with these rookies and no time with these guys. That was a lot of the problems that they had. There was like, I mean, besides the drops and everything, I mean, timing looked off.
Since we're talking about time, let's put another aspect of time in there where the offensive line shuffled so much last year.
That was the other problem. You're right.
Did not have time to throw the ball very much last year. Like,
but another thing too, though, let's think about this. Rodgers never threw in the middle. He always went to the outsides. He hated throwing in the middle.
Man.
He
wants the home
The
run.
other thing that pissed me off.
I think he got PTSD from Finley.
Yeah, our running game disappeared. Like,
Isaac, go ahead.
Our running game disappeared as well. Like,
Yep.
you gotta
He
feed
didn't
Aaron
disappear.
Jones. Aaron
So
Jones.
look.
Aaron Jones is our main component on offense.
What we got to do is pound the shit of Aaron Jones. The second half,
the ball.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go into this new topic of conversation. I'm going to start with A-Dub, and then I'm going to go to Isaac. But I think Isaac brought up a good point, but there's a lot of context to it where the running game didn't disappear. Aaron Rodgers and him needing to pass the ball disappeared the running game. See what I'm saying? A-Dub, what do you think about that? Where did our running game disappear? What do you expect at this point?
When it comes to the way our offense looks, I think the running game itself is going to be the most dependent on when it comes down to who we actually have in that backfield that has been here, as John said. The thing is, like, Jones is definitely going to have a bigger role when it comes to carrying this offense. Like, he's the oldest veteran on the offense right now. I looked at this season to be much more of a processing and development year because we are going to be very young at the wide receiver and tight end position. Like, these guys are going to come in and have to develop a great deal of chemistry with Love. So that's how I look at this offense right now. Much of it will have to go through Jones since he's the older veteran of the team. And yes, the offensive line shuffled a bit, which makes me think, which also leads me to think about who on the offense is going to have to step up for us.
So here's the thing.
AJ Dillon definitely is a guy that needs to do so.
Yeah, AJ Dillon, dude, let's be honest. AJ Dillon did not step up in the ways he did his rookie year. His rookie year, AJ Dillon had moments where you're like, God, dude. Last year, AJ Dillon had these moments where you're like, why are you getting stuffed at the line when you're bigger than the defensive lineman? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I think he got in a bad habit of running high last year.
So he's going to work on that. I know. Yeah,
he's got to drop his pads more.
I think he needs to, just like Ezekiel Elliott, which he didn't succeed at, he needs to learn how to bounce outside of your hole. He's in between the tackles, bounce outside of your tackle once. Like you have open field many times, and you decide that you're just going to run head first. And I get it because you're a speeding bullet, but there was many times last year where I went, you couldn't even get a yard, bro.
Supposed to be a bowling ball.
Dude,
supposed to be a bowling
Packers
ball
should
guy.
do is pound the shit out of a Jones.
Like he's supposed to.
But
Dillon's
Adarian,
supposed to be your power back coming out of there.
Yeah, but Adarian, you're saying the bowling ball guy. Okay, when I think of a bowling ball, I think of Eddie Lacy. At least Eddie Lacy never got
he pounded
right at the line. You know what I mean? Like Eddie Lacy kept going. AJ Dillon,
the hammer.
Bro, AJ Dillon with those big quads, he needs to keep pushing. Like I can't watch you on 4th and goal get stuffed again. I just can't watch it again. Now,
well, I think his problem is he's trying to be more like more like AJ, you know, and not be what he's supposed to be. He's supposed to be the guy, the battering ram. He's supposed to run straight through and pound the ball.
I mean,
our other guy's our finesse guy. He's our pass catcher. Bro.
Yeah, I'd like him to run a lot more violent.
Last year with him doing it.
Aaron Jones is your do-it-all back.
Yes.
He is.
Yes.
So look, Isaac, but besides AJ Dillon, like, you know, the whole thing we just talked about, the offensive line shuffling, Zach Tom, I think, is going to need to be the guy that changes a lot of the shuffling because he is a multi-tool. Him and Jenkins can literally play anywhere, and I think that's great for us.
What do you guys think? We didn't draft no offensive line. What do you think about our offensive line going into it?
I think that's absolutely absurd. We're going to go to Isaac, though. We're going to go to Isaac. You can go ahead and talk on that as well, Isaac. I just want to ask you real quick, though, because Jordan Love is now our quarterback and not Aaron Rodgers, you're going to see Matt LaFleur's offense, not Aaron Rodgers' offense. You're going to see Matt LaFleur's actual offense. It's going to be very like the 49ers offense where you're going to run the ball and play action. And every once in a while, you're going to need, you're going to need Jordan Love to be like on Friday Night Lights, the Permian quarterback, like, throw a few good passes. You know what I mean? So I'm just asking you, like, what do you realistically see with our running backs at this point? Because I think last year is not a great representation of who our running backs are, because you had Aaron Rodgers needing to throw the ball on 3rd and 1. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, what's called Matt LaFleur even said I got to do better with the run game. Like, I didn't really call as much plays because I don't know, maybe it was a leverage point to keep Rodgers on the team. You know what I mean? Like, maybe it was some desperation type of thing where, let's make Rodgers happy, call more pass plays for him. But there's no reason Aaron Jones should not get 10 carries a game. There's no
15 at least.
Yeah, I was going to say.
15 touches, whether it be runs or catches. I'm good with 15 touches.
Yeah, last year he was getting 6 or 7.
Right.
First 5 weeks. 6 or 7 carries for Aaron Jones. Like,
that's ridiculous.
Of our offense. Remember, it was the 3-headed monster when Aaron Rodgers was on the team with Devontae and Aaron Jones.
Yeah.
And now that Devontae was gone, Aaron Jones has to be your focal point of your offense. No matter if you're throwing him the ball or you're giving him those carries to run the ball. So there should be no reason this coming season, I don't care how good a team is defensively stopping the run, that Aaron Jones does not get the ball 10 times to run the ball. And then A.J. Dillon, like you guys said a little bit earlier, A.J. Dillon really needs to get better. I don't know what was going on with him. Maybe him having a baby, kind of was a distraction or something. But
I just think he needs to know his role and play where he's needed. Goal line. That's where we need goal line.
One of his biggest problems, though. I think that's one of the biggest problems was you're creating him into a situational running back instead of like the multi-tool that he was. So like Isaac was just touching on, if both these running backs don't get, like, in my opinion, both of them getting 15 plus, not 10. Yeah. You said 10. 10 is ridiculous.
No, I say 15. He's 15.
No, I said 10 because the bar that was set last year with giving Aaron Jones this 7.
Yeah, he's lucky. Yeah, he averaged like 7. I think he averaged 7.
That's how ridiculous it is.
You know what I mean? I want to see
Aaron Jones should be getting no less than 15 carries, and A.J. Dillon should be getting no less than 10. That's 25 between them two. You should be using them as multi-tools throughout your offense, and this is why I was getting at this point where Matt LaFleur's offense is so tailor-made for this type of shit, and we didn't use it last year. Like, dude, Matt LaFleur, I'm sure he was pressured at times to just go, well, fuck my playbook. Go, Aaron Rodgers, go win the game. And that kind of sucks because he played horrible last year, and we lost because of it, and we sucked because of it. This year, I 100%. If Green Bay is not in the higher percentile of the NFL of play-action plays, I will be shocked.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I expect most of our passing game to be done through play action.
Our offense has so many moving parts going back and forth. I mean, I don't understand why we weren't more like that with Rodgers when we had him.
Well, now we got a younger, more hungry, and more motivated quarterback. Though
you're saying Belichick must be salivating. Why would Belichick be salivating? I hear this.
Our tight end situation.
Oh yeah,
tight end sets with Luke Musgrave and Tyler Kraft. Man, and Kraft can block like a motherfucker. So just running those guys. Running the ball should be our main priority. Defense, because we have a young defense who can really stop a lot of people. We have a secondary that's probably top 5 in this league, as the way you look at it.
Yeah, so, in the league, not just in the league.
Yeah,
in the league.
Add in if Gary's healthy and Luke Van Ness, I expect Luke Van Ness a little bit to carry on into later parts of the season.
People are comparing him to Rashawn.
Yeah, they're saying he's starting day one.
They're saying Luke Van Ness, the way he plays.
He's in the rotation at least.
Let me finish. So what I expect Luke Van Ness is to come on a little bit later in the season. I expect him to be in there this season and do the things that he does. But I expect him to be more of a dominant force once Gary gets more acclimated and Luke Van Ness gets more acclimated into our season.
If
and
Gary's okay, he won't start, but he'll start to develop. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah,
He's in the rotation.
Gary didn't start his first couple of years, but he developed so nicely.
Yeah, but right now, Van Ness, they said he's starting day one. I mean, especially
I don't
Gary,
know.
He already came out and said he's starting day one.
I want to see what he looks like in preseason. I'm so hungry to see some action.
If Rashawn Gary ends up being okay, then Van Ness will start inside, not outside.
Yeah.
And then
Don't move him around.
Real quick. Let me just address this real quick. How are you disagreeing with us when we were talking about 25 carries minimum? You do realize that means it's about 35 passes during the game because there's on average a little more than 60 combined passes and runs during the game. So I don't know how you're disagreeing with us. We didn't say that we should throw the ball less than 20 times. Where did we say
first of all, you have to help out your QB with these running game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Corey Love's a new guy.
Stack the box, create one-on-ones on the edges, and let Watson fly, man. Let him fly.
Right. And another guy I'm excited for is Jaden Reed. Jaden Reed is
Bro, we were talking about him earlier, man. We were.
I think the combination of him and Watson is going to be insanely electric.
And Samari Toure.
Because this is the first time that Isaac's ever been on the show, we're gonna ask him about what we were talking about earlier. We were talking about Jaden Reed versus basically Dobbs, because those are like the interior guys that we have. Dobbs really has to take a step forward, right, for Jaden Reed not to catch his ass. Which I've seen Jaden Reed's film; it's pretty fucking impressive. But
I'm around the corner.
Samari Toure, they said he gained 10 pounds, and Green Bay gave a shout out to him and said he works harder than anybody on the team. He is working harder than anybody, in his progression apparently is becoming something that they're recognizing. So Samari Toure as a number 2, like, how do you feel about that, man?
Oh man, you know what? He looked really good. You know that route, that touchdown route that he ran for Rodgers, where he just basically cut inside and ran all the way. That was just beautiful. Like, the guy is a really smooth route
runner. And
he
doesn't drop the ball.
He doesn't drop the
ball.
Opportunity. But another guy that I really want to look at that we may implement later in the season is Wicks. Go look at Wicks's tape. His contested catches. His contested catches.
Here's the thing.
That's another
thing. We're talking about these guys that are up and coming, developing with the team, like at this point, and they've been there for at least a season. And I'm just continually wondering, like, is Samari Toure realistically a starter at this point? Like because they're talking about him in a way.
I want to see it. I want to see it.
Big.
I think he's gonna get a lot more roles this year, a lot more.
Hey, it'd be crazy if we see we see that play where 4 wide receivers are on the field and
I would be welcoming it.
That would be awesome to see.
I don't think Jaden Reed will be a starter to begin with.
He'll be a good slot receiver.
I think when Dobbs inevitably gets hurt.
Well, I hope he's fighting for it.
I could actually see Watson, Dobbs, and Toure being the starters this year. I could see that being the 3 starters this year. I really could.
Yeah,
that's generally how it goes. He's got more experience with the offense.
Yeah, I see Reed's going to be too much to be able to keep off the field.
Well, that just sets it up for more 4 wide receiver sets.
Look, the second Dobbs gets hurt again, like the 14, 15 injuries he had last year or whatever it was. But my point is, when Dobbs inevitably gets injured again, that's when Reed comes in, right? And all of a sudden, if Jordan Love is hitting Reed down the middle, I think you're going to start seeing, like, hey, Dobbs, like, and look, let's be honest, Packers fans, that's a healthy competition right there where you need someone to be on your ass to make you better. All of a sudden, Dobbs comes back. He's like, no, you're not going to take my job. You know what I mean? Like,
there's no shame in having some good depth, man. We need good depth because guys will eventually get hurt. They will. It happens.
It's exactly like when Jordy Nelson started to creep into the Greg Jennings moment where it's like, do we really need Greg Jennings anymore? You know what I mean? But I like, dude, healthy competition is the way to go. Christian Watson, I don't think he has any competition, if I'm being honest.
Right. I don't
think anybody's got.
Yeah, but what about Bull Melton too?
I don't want to go. Don't give him that kind of God complex, Nick. Come on, man.
I do not think Christian Watson has any competition because his intangibles nobody else has.
Are off the chart.
Yeah. Unless you're Tyreek Hill, then you don't have these intangibles. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know if you guys caught LaFleur's presser a little bit, but he said it's a dogfight in that wide receiver room right now.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
That's what we need.
Bro,
that fucker's got speed.
Look, that's what was missing last year. That's why we had so many drops.
Yeah.
That lack of hunger. That lack of hunger.
He said every wide receiver does not get priority. Every single one has to fight for their spot, and I love that. You know what I mean?
That's awesome.
Yeah. Watch out for Bull Melton. I like that kid too, man. I like that Bull Melton. He's fast.
And supposedly Bull Melton should match Christian Watson in terms of speed.
Yeah, for speed. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
He ran almost the same numbers as them, or a little better.
It's not about matching Watson in the speed. The way when Watson gets the ball, the moves he makes and the things he does,
he was making magic last year. He did make some magic on some crossing routes.
He showed at the end of the year was great.
Dude, the moves he makes and the way that when he gets the ball in his hands, it's like magic, dog. And it really is. And not only that, let's take the Cowboys game, for example. He kept dropping balls. Cowboys game, he was catching them right on their heads, almost as if he was like Jordy Nelson.
I was going to say, towards the end of the year, he was making some pretty damn hard catches.
Yeah, Watson's going to be great.
A lot of concentration.
I think it's going to be great.
I really think he's going to be outstanding.
Jameson Williams will bet on it.
Sounds like many people on the Lions organization would bet on it.
Speaking of betting on it,
let's
talk about this. Go ahead, A-Dub.
A-Dub,
go ahead and give your take, and then I'm going to change the subject. Go ahead.
Yeah. And speaking of that Cowboys game, as far as that game goes, you could say that's a moment where Christian Watson finally got his confidence in. Like, that was what he was lacking at the beginning of the season. Like, he didn't have that much confidence in himself. The sooner it grew, the sooner he felt comfortable catching the ball.
Breakout game, yep.
You know how I know Christian Watson's going to be great? Because Aaron Rodgers, after dropping a 75-yard easy touchdown at the end of the season, threw it to him a million times and trusted him every single game. That's how I know he's going to be great. If one of the greatest quarterbacks that has ever existed is going to give that much trust into you after you fucked him over week one, that's how I know you're going to be great. What's up, Andy? We got a Bears fan in the house.
What's up? I promised I'd come on, so I'm here. Fire away.
I love when you come on, Andy. I actually do. Last time you came on, we had a really good conversation.
It was good. I calmed you down, and then the other Bear fan came on and got you riled up again. It was
bro. Come on, man. You got to admit, there's a lot of delusional fans in your fan base, bro.
No one's ever seen me get like that before, but I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I love it. It's all fun. So
Andy, I want you to shout out your podcast for everybody.
Absolutely. NFL Updated on YouTube. We have our Freezing 4 NFC North podcast. Just did ours Wednesday and tried to rile some people up on my Packers prediction. So I don't know if you saw that. I predicted.
Why don't you recap for us? I'd like to hear it.
Absolutely. So we're going through the schedules as we do, and I was kind of looking at the games, and obviously week one is a win for the Bears. Guaranteed.
Mute this man.
Did you get new quarterback or something? Did you get new quarterback?
Go ahead, man.
And really, I only see 4 to 5 wins for the Packers this year. So,
extra wins, man.
Kick him off the show.
So,
this is a progressive show, and everyone's allowed to have a voice. Okay.
I can take it.
I'm gonna look, man. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna tell you right now. Week 1 is an official ceremony of Jordan Love taking over his ownership of the Bears. It's getting passed down from Rodgers to him. I opening week 1.
Well, hey, let's go through this. Let's open up the conversation and change the subject to week 1. The Green Bay Packers play the Chicago Bears in the heated rivalry of brand new quarterbacks. We got one guy that started 27 times or 25 out of 27 games, I believe. And we got a guy that's only started once ever. But there are drastic differences in both teams, between both teams. It's almost like watching the Lakers versus the Warriors, right? Like you got completely different theories, completely different schemes, completely different coaches, and completely different everything comparative to the franchises. So I don't think it's crazy to think that one side will win over the other. That's all. That's why I'm pointing that out. But Jordan Love, we don't know what's going to happen with Jordan Love. Justin Fields, we've already seen what he's made of. We'll see if he progresses this year. I do think that the Packers defense is a lot better than the Bears defense. I think that plays a role into the game. I think our running backs, you guys just lost Montgomery. I know that you guys have other running backs in I get that, but we obviously have an established stable of running backs. So while I'm pointing all of these things out, I want people to walk me through how it is that this game's going to unfold. I'm going to start with Andy, and I'm going to go around the horn. Don't worry, Rob and Ken, I'm sorry that you're last on the horn. We're going to get to you.
Bro, I got a loud mouth, I know.
No, we're going to go to Isaac after that. Go ahead, Andy.
So my thing is, okay, you take the names off of these teams, Packers, Bears, right? You take that completely out. You look at just the facts, right? So, you got a home team, and the home team has a quarterback who has, established himself as the starter. He has proven to, be a playmaker, to move the chains, move the ball down the field, get touchdowns on his own.
I would even consider him a dynamic playmaker because of the multiple things that he can do.
I didn't say that because obviously I'm in a mixed company here, so I don't want to offend any Packer fans.
Hurt our feelings all you want, that's
bro. There ain't no Sally's in this group, bro. Come on.
Well, I already got kicked out of one NFC North.
You'll never get.
You won't get kicked out of here for that shit, man.
Get kicked off Frozen Tundra Network for saying your opinions.
Yeah, we'll only kick you out if you say Fields is a Hall of Famer. That's it.
Or MVP this year.
Yeah. Don't be delusional. Don't be delusional.
Andy,
I'm not
safe
going that
territory. Andy is I love when Andy's on my show. Please come on more. Go ahead, Andy.
Yeah. So you take it completely out, and you have a road quarterback who's only had one other start. Right, he's still trying to get used to offense with LaFleur. Obviously, we're really going to find out this year how good LaFleur is as a coach. LaFleur has, had, missteps with Rodgers, in late game situations, things like that.
He also had missteps in Tennessee, but he's had moments where he has been a really good coach.
I mean, how do you guys not?
But we're acknowledging the missteps at this point. He's had previous missteps as well. I'm going to say though that he's had extreme amounts of promise in many areas. So. I'm sorry, Andy. I'm sorry.
No, that's good. Yeah. So we got this road quarterback. We don't know what he's going to be, right? He's shown glimpses, obviously, versus, a quarter of play, did well. You look at throws, there wasn't a single completed deep pass in the Eagles game, right? I mean, there was, Watson made a fantastic play. You look at the throws. Yep. You look at the throws, and probably one of Love's best throws was a miss on the sideline. So that was a good throw. So he missed a downfield read, things like that. So you have a quarterback that's coming into a hostile environment in a rivalry game in his second career start.
It's Lambeau South. What are you talking about?
More of us than
and to Andy's point, this is probably the most heated that it's been for a while, because look, when Aaron Rodgers is playing, you're just sitting there going, "Oh God, here we go again."
I agree with Bears fan, yeah.
Like this time, it's actually like a real heated rivalry. Like it's for real this time.
That's why he's taking over, bro.
So there's a lot of questions that way, and then speaking of Rodgers, right? With his what he's had with the team, he went in anywhere. He even went in the Jets, and obviously we don't know what's going to happen. But he went in, and he's got that moxie. The team is going to believe in him, right? Obviously the players are saying all the right things. Now they're saying, "Yep, Love, we're behind Love." But that's different than actually having a proving it, right? And so when players are still trying to kind of question going into a road game in a rivalry, so that right there is something that I question. Love.
You're talking mentally at this point. Mentally, that's a lot.
Absolutely. And so Love could be good, right? I'm going to say he could be. We don't know. But
this week 1 game, you're expecting the Bears to win because it doesn't necessarily dictate if Love's going to be good or not. It just this is just a lot to pile on to a brand new quarterback.
You know what? It's not even going to phase Love. It ain't going to phase him. You know why? Look at the Kansas City game. Fucking 2 years ago, they blitzed the shit out of him, and he still moved the fucking ball. He's calm.
How many passing yards did he have?
Knows the fucking offense. He's gonna fucking throw to Watson, touchdown.
How many passing yards did he have?
Ain't gonna stop him. He's gonna destroy him. 35, 36 to fucking 10.
Less than
200. Against our goddamn defense. Not a fucking thing.
To an enormous amount of pressure to a new guy.
Justin Fields does nothing but fucking garbage. He can't read defense. He drops back way too far. Let me keep on going on. Fields is a bust. You guys can just go back then.
Even if
Facts, John Dorn, facts.
He'll be lucky to win 3 games.
Even if Fields is a bust and he sucks, let's put it this way. There's an interesting comparison between a guy that's having an insurmountable amount of pressure for his first game to go into Soldier Field and do this, like his first time ever with this heated rivalry, whereas
the Bears.
Justin Fields has at least played many games, and he's at least been there and done
Bears
this.
Still suck. The Bears do.
So I do think that there is a mental psychology to what you're talking about, where maybe the Bears beat the Packers in week 1 because it has nothing to do with Jordan Love. Just is going to be a bomb. Has nothing to do with Justin Fields is going to be great. Has nothing to do with that. It has to do with the psychology of all of this. I believe that's what you're getting at, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And when you look at it, really,
I need a good laugh.
I think this year it's going to be interesting to see kind of Love and LaFleur, that dynamic, because obviously, Rodgers kind of did his thing. He was kind of like, go operating on his own, thing. I think Love's going to have a short leash with LaFleur, right? And they're going to
I think they're both going to have to coincide with that leash, though. Like both parties are going to have to figure it out. And LaFleur's really going to have to actually be a coach for once. Yep. And Love's going to do what LaFleur's offense does. You know what I mean?
So on that aspect, that's why I would give the Bears an edge.
Well, another thing, too, they said that with Love, the whole book's is open for Love. Then you go to the Bears, we're going to do like quarter of the fucking players because, he's just not that good.
So with Fields, he has already proven that he can hit the deep ball, Does he need to improve? Yeah, he needs to improve on some reads. He needs to improve, obviously,
pocket
on
awareness.
How many fumbles? What about fumbles? What about interceptions?
But that's part of
that. Absolutely.
his pocket
And
awareness.
so a big part of that is actually having a pocket. With
20 pocket step back.
You had to guard Nate Davis, right? I think he'll be solid. You add Darnell Washington coming out of camp. It sounds like he's a pretty nasty.
Got a good backup.
What do you realistically think Fields is going to do for What do you think stats are going to be for the season?
We're going to get to Isaac next because we're getting to Isaac next.
I want to know what kind of backup quarterback they got. They're going to need like 3 of them
over here. We're going to Isaac next. What I will say, Andy, and look, we're going to get back to you like a million times. I love your input, and I love the way you analyze the game. I really do. One thing I will say is that I've looked very deep into the offensive line last year for the Chicago Bears, and it's much better than anybody puts out there, media wise, and all the there's a lot of narratives that can be broken. They had the 5th highest in the NFL rush offensive line win block rate. That has nothing to do with having a good quarterback that can run. Has nothing to do with having good running backs that can run. That has to do with your actual offensive linemen being able to win against their opponent in that block rate. Now, that's only one component of it. The pass obviously was not good, but Justin Fields did afford himself the most time in the pocket to throw a football of any quarterback in the NFL. Now, I know you have a lot of things that you're going to counter to that. I know that. I'm just bringing those up as context because those do matter, and there's a lot of things to be said about that. And I think that's why your offense is ran the way that it is. I'm not so sure that Justin Fields is going to be able to pass the ball the way that he needs to this season to be able to make you guys competent. But that's a Packers point of view. I know you have many. I'm sure you have many things to say against that.
Well, I was going to say, he does need to get better at releasing the ball quicker, and that's kind of what he has done.
It's even like the short passes. It's like
short passes as well.
It's the short passes.
He's great on broken plays, though.
Here's the other thing is why have I don't know why Getsy did this. Why was he trying to run Rodgers plays against a team that's accustomed to those plays?
Yeah,
as soon as he tried to do a Rodgers type of pass, Preston Smith snipped it out. And you know what I mean? You can't do a play where Packers practice this.
And let's
Rodgers
be honest,
practice this.
This isn't something that other teams do either. That's like a rare thing that you watch. You know what I mean?
That's a good point. I didn't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, when you talk about, adding a DJ Moore, right, in trusting your weapons, when you look at who Justin Fields had to throw to towards the end of the season, I mean, we have the wrong St. Brown. I mean, what that St. Brown is, right?
Yeah.
Right?
We try to tell you.
But Mooney played great with other quarterbacks. You had,
and of course,
here's the problem with Mooney is trusting him as well. Like I said many times before, he actually had admitted in the beginning of the season about being in the wrong playbook. So it's about kind of trusting him. And then obviously people kind of rag on Claypool coming in, but for him to come in mid-season and
very well with other guys, and then.
Correct, but he needs to come in and having that time to gel. Right?
All I hear is excuses.
So let me ask you a question, Andy.
Yeah.
Look. Sorry. There is no way that you can't ignore what is happening where the discrepancy between other quarterbacks and Justin Fields. There is a pattern. Look, maybe Justin Fields comes out this year and proves all of us wrong, and he's great. Okay?
Game one,
but
happening game one.
Game one, no way.
At this point in moment, you cannot disagree with the patterns that are happening.
I don't know. I haven't seen those patterns, so but what I see is, obviously trust the entire offense. And as well as anybody that one player, I mean, Rodgers is fantastic, but he couldn't get to another Super Bowl. You needed all these
because
other
one
players.
player doesn't win a Super Bowl.
Right. You need an offensive line. We had old offensive linemen that
Exactly.
Here's the
I
thing:
think
it's
as
just kind of
Packers
trust the
fans,
offensive
though,
lineman, trusting.
As Packers fans, though, we can acknowledge that Aaron Rodgers is the reason why we didn't go to the Super Bowl 2 years ago against the Niners. That was Aaron Rodgers' fault. That's 100% Aaron Rodgers' fault. He sucked.
Yeah, he's playing way too much Super
And
Bowl.
us losing to the fucking Lions last year was his damn
we may
fault. 3
at the
fucking
same token,
interceptions.
look, before that, because the Bucs game, the NFC Championship game,
or we could
that's
say
not Aaron Rodgers' fault.
or we could-
Aaron Rodgers was the best player on the field the entire NFC Championship game against the Bucs. He is the best player on the field that day. Everyone else fucking sucked that day. But there's a lot to be said for Justin Fields, in my opinion, where I look, I'm not a Bears fan. You are. There's no way you can keep creating, and I'm not saying you, I'm saying the Bears fans, excuses, these enormous amount of excuses where it's like it's just not Justin Fields' fault. Like, it's not his fault. Like, nothing.
Oh, I didn't say that. Absolutely is part of his fault and that part of his growth.
I'm not saying
but
you
he is
did,
a third-year quarterback, right? He is a third-year
because you
quarterback
never
and
do.
continuing to grow, and that's the thing too. Last year was his first year in another offensive coordinator. When you
This
look
is a
at
Rodgers
Nagy,
hater, real quick, you're wrong. You're fucking wrong. Show me a player that was better than Aaron Rodgers in that game. He fucking killed it. And
three
the only
touchdowns, 345 yards. Like, what are you talking about?
3 touchdowns, and the only interception he threw was because the dude's shoulder pad, his jersey got ripped over his shoulder pad, propelled him into the interception. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Look,
Kevin King gives up that touchdown.
King
Aaron
fucking gave
Jones
that one
fumbles
up.
the ball. That's a touchdown right there. Like, motherfucker, Aaron Rodgers was by far the best player on the field that day in the NFC Championship game. You were wrong. This motherfucker's wrong. He's been an Aaron Rodgers hater his whole life. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Sorry, Andy. That had to be said. It had to be. Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, here's the thing. Obviously,
I love you, Nick.
I agree. You guys are not big Justin Fields fans, but when they brought in Claypool, even that Dolphins game, we saw a distinct difference between the offense. It was just the threat of having another player caliber receiver like Claypool. Whether you like him or not, he's a talent. And we'll see kind of how he develops in the offense. Now they bring in DJ Moore, who is a top-level wide receiver. The things that Getsy's going to be able to do, and you may disagree, but
I think he's a tier 2 or tier 3 guy.
Yeah. Absolutely not. What did he do? What did he do? 1,000 yards with horrible quarterbacks. With horrible quarterbacks,
He was mediocre last year with better passers than Justin Fields.
No.
Okay, that's your biased opinion.
No,
I look at all the tape. Watch all the tape. Watch the tape. Watch the tape. Watch the tape.
Honestly, I agree. I think
tape instead of drink.
I think DJ Moore is a great talent, but
you watch all the tape. Justin Fields can throw, and you guys don't want to see it.
I want to watch a fucking 90-second
He actually can hit the deep ball. Jordan Love can't hit the broadside of a barn. He cannot.
Okay, let me. Are you on drugs? This dude's on drugs, man. This dude's on drugs.
Can't hit a deep ball. Hey, I hit a deep ball.
DJ Moore
Justin
never
Fields hitting a deep ball.
so hey, if this is a proven year. This is a proven year for both our clubs, man. Seriously,
He can do it.
Metric has
There's no
considered a
metrics.
top
You are
tier
throwing
guy,
it out.
ever.
I was looking for the metrics.
Anybody show me where DJ Moore has
if you actually
ever
watch
been?
all the tape.
Hey, come on, you guys, slow down.
If you actually watch all the tape, he has hit deep balls in the Dolphins game. He hit.
Oh, you mean when it's broken up play and the guy's wide open?
Did not complete it for the
On a
touchdown.
broken play.
Christian Watson did that. Christian
So
Watson
real
did.
quick, DJ
Jordan
Moore.
Love cannot do anything.
DJ
He
Moore
can't handle
has
the blitz.
literally
Jordan Love
never
cannot handle the
Can't
blitz.
handle blitz.
He also threw it to a wide open Aiden Hutchinson.
He cannot
He
handle
also
the
threw it
blitz.
to a wide open
He
Josh
threw
Allen.
an interception to Hutchinson with no
I
blitz.
need to mute people
Delusional to
on.
think
Hey,
that
hey,
he's-
hey.
Come on, I
hey,
can't hear you guys.
everybody,
Come on, man.
everybody,
Ridiculous.
Hey, real quick.
It's
DJ
a
Moore
lazy
has
narrative to say Justin Fields
All right,
cannot
Andy,
hit a deep ball.
DJ Moore has never, ever once in his career been considered a top tier wide receiver.
Okay, that's an
Never.
opinion.
That's
Because
not
he's
an
had-
opinion. That's
I think he's a great talent, but
he had
it's
PJ Walker. He got 1,000 yards with PJ Walker and what Carolina had. So
no, he didn't. No, he didn't.
He didn't have 1,000 yards.
He's never had
1,000 yards.
PJ Walker. Before PJ Walker.
He's
Who
never
are you talking about?
before PJ
What are you
Walker.
talking
So he's
about?
never had 1,000 yards. Because he had
He
1,000 yards.
did, but he had better passers than Justin Fields last year.
No, that's your opinion.
So
because you don't watch
okay,
all the
so
tape.
you're saying Baker
Are you
Mayfield
watching
isn't a better
all the
passer
tape?
than
I think you're just
Baker
watching.
Mayfield isn't a
picking
better
and
passer?
choosing what you want to watch.
Baker Mayfield
You're
isn't
not,
a.
You're picking
Answer
and
the
choosing.
question. Baker Mayfield isn't a better passer than Justin
No,
Fields?
absolutely not.
How not?
Oh my God! Oh my God! This guy's delusional, man.
Baker Mayfield? Are
How
you
not?
kidding me?
How is he not a better passer?
Are you kidding me?
Oh,
Baker is a better
Baker
passer than
Averages
Fields.
200 plus per game.
Say Baker's led his team to the playoffs.
Justin Fields averages less than 150 per game.
He had like
Have you
2
seen
games under
Baker's
100.
wide
That's pretty
receivers?
bad, dude.
Baker's wide receivers? All right. Baker's wide receivers versus if you put Justin Fields on the Packers, Justin Fields gets to the playoffs this year.
Oh, it's over Jordan
No,
Love.
he
He's a
doesn't.
keeper.
With that talent,
No, he doesn't.
Justin Fields is
disagree with
100
that.
No,
times
he
better than
doesn't.
Jordan
No,
Love.
I
No, he
Jordan
doesn't.
Love's going to crash.
100
Jordan.
times?
You
No, he
guys are
doesn't.
going to be sad.
No,
I will say, I
you're
know
wrong.
you're
You're
sad.
wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
Come on, guys, one at a time. One at a time. Come on, man.
So
Okay,
here's
hey,
why you're
This,
wrong.
this
why
opinion to
you're wrong.
say that DJ Moore is not a top level wide receiver. That is your
Here's
opinion.
why you're wrong. Here's why you're wrong.
I'm
We
not
do
wrong.
not
You are.
play-
It's your opinion.
We do not play.
These
the
are all
Ravens.
opinions. These are all
We do not
Exactly.
play
We're
the
all
Ravens.
opinions. You're acting
all
like it's a
opinions.
fact.
All opinions.
DJ Moore is a top level wide receiver.
He's
And-
not.
and
He's not.
He is a
He's
top level wide
actually not.
receiver. Yes,
was
he is.
mediocre
He
last
actually
year.
is.
He's a mediocre receiver.
He
Oh, so he's like
he's probably
like
the
what?
best talent that Chicago's had in the last 5 seasons.
He's 100
Yeah.
times better than
Hey,
Watson.
hey, remember?
He's better than
remember
Watson.
when,
You keep saying 100 times better than all our players. Stop with this dumb narrative.
Okay,
dude.
well, you guys are saying dumb stuff, so I'm throwing dumb stuff back at you.
Well, but no,
Throwing
but
dumb stuff back.
how
Yeah.
many years has
Throwing
Moore
dumb
been in the
stuff.
league? Whoa, how many years Moore been in the league? Like 5 or 6
better
seasons?
than Watson.
And let's
DJ
play
Moore
this game.
is
Aaron
more
Jones
established
is 100
and
times
better than
better than
Christian
Jones.
Watson.
Wow.
Oh my God.
As a
Are
runner.
you serious
Right.
right now?
No, I don't
Moore.
understand that. I don't
Let's play
understand
Moore.
that.
How many yards does DJ Moore have
Let's play this
in
game.
his career? How many yards does
Let's
DJ Moore
play
have?
this-
DJ Moore was
Hey.
mediocre last year.
How many
Mediocre. Average.
800
how many
yards.
yards does DJ Moore have?
800 yards?
How many
800 yards,
total
DJ
in his
Moore?
career does DJ Moore have?
Look,
800 yards, DJ Moore last
hey,
How
man,
many
what do you
yards
what do you
does
think?
DJ
What do you
Moore
think?
have
What do you
He's
think they're
got
going to do
more
this
in
year?
his
What do
career.
you predict those guys are going to do this year? I just need to hear this.
It's a Super Bowl to him.
I just need to hear this. What do you think? 1,200 yards,
How many
10
yards?
touchdowns. I mean, what are you saying?
How many yards does DJ Moore have? You're not answering my question. Answer my question. I'll answer.
He
yours.
had 800 yards last year.
How many yards in total has DJ Moore had?
He
And how
didn't
many
even
total
have
has Watson
900
had?
yards last year.
How
He was
many
a bum.
total
He was
in his
average.
career has DJ Moore had?
Somebody go Google that real quick, will you? Somebody find out what that is, because honestly, I don't follow DJ Moore.
It's
I
more
don't.
than,
I don't know anybody on this panel is going to follow DJ Moore.
Hold on.
It's
I
more
got
than
it.
Watson.
I got it.
Relevant
It's more
Guys.
than Watson. It's more than Watson.'We'll just say that. It's more than Watson. Here's the thing. Okay.
Christian
What?
Watson
You're talking how many years to 1 year? You're,
He's more established. He's more established.
And he was a
Better
rookie.
wide receiver.
He actually, you know what's funny?
what did Moore do his rookie year? Let's just go to Moore's rookie year. Find out what Moore did his rookie year.
He's a
Hold on,
veteran wide
Christian
receiver.
Watson didn't play the whole year. He
Okay.
missed almost half the year and almost outproduced him last year. That's
Yeah,
how bad
exactly.
DJ Moore is. He's average.
Exactly.
And how many touchdowns is DJ Moore
You're
compared to
saying
Watson?
he's a top receiver? He
But
will never be.
but hey, but look, let's be fair. Let's go look at it. Go look at Moore's rookie year.
DJ Moore has literally never been a top receiver ever.
Okay, you're Christian Watson had Aaron Rodgers.
What?
Okay.
He had Aaron Rodgers. Look, bro. Oh, man.
You're just saying that. The boy's got a deep ball. You just hit the ball. You guys got a deep ball.
Hey,
So quarterback doesn't matter.
Hey, calm down. Hey, slow down, guys. Come on. Let's talk. Let's talk.
Doesn't matter. Quarterback doesn't matter, I guess.
All right, hey, let's go back.
Quarterback does matter, bro.
Oh, he does. Okay, Aaron
Rodgers sucked last year.
Hey,
bro, this is what.
Let's go back to the topic at hand.
He's an average wide receiver. He's never been.
DJ Moore had Aaron Rodgers. DJ Moore
hey,
that's not true. DJ Moore has never been a top tier receiver ever.
Let's go back to the
topic. He hasn't had Aaron Rodgers. He hasn't had a top level quarterback.
So you got to have
quarterback
Aaron Rodgers be a top tier receiver.
Someone said quarterback matters. Someone said
I don't know. Adams had 1,500 Rodgers.
DeAndre Hopkins only had like the worst quarterbacks in history and was a top tier receiver his whole career.
Hey, let's go back to the topic at hand, though.
That's facts on that, Nick.
Week one. We're talking about week one. What's going to happen? Let's go back.
What's going to happen is the Packers have a better defense by a long shot.
Not a long shot.
Shit on Justin Fields.
It's a toss-up.
You don't think
you add those linebackers that the Bears added?
Supposed to go to me.
Look,
you overpaid? You overpaid?
Hey, since you like
we have Devondre Campbell and we have Quay Walker. Okay, sorry.
Undisciplined.
We're gonna give it to Isaac. Go ahead, Isaac.
Yeah, since we're on this 100 times better thing, Aaron Jones is 100 times better running the ball than Justin Fields or any running back you have on the Bears. And what happened the first time? What happened in the first meeting that we did with the Bears? Who destroyed you guys? Aaron Jones. And that's the guy we did not get rid of this offseason. So you guys, you guys bring in Tremaine Edwards. You could bring in
I just want to understand how you think that.
Stopping Aaron Jones.
Bears don't even have no pass rush. Their pass rush sucks ass.
And hey, Justin Fields could do those deep balls. Guess who intercepted them every single time to end the game?
Who's going to be covering DJ Moore?
Look, here's what I'm going to do. Isaac, I gave you your time.
And hold on.
Hold on. Whoa.
Nick wants a roast.
I'm gonna give A-Dub his time. No, I promised something, and I'm gonna deliver it.
Did somebody look up the numbers? I just want to know if somebody looked at the numbers.
Rob, you get to get.
I'm gonna be quiet, Nick. I'm gonna mute myself, Nick.
So Andy. This is just what we do, right? We argue because we're rival fans, and this is what we're going to do every time, right? This is why I love having you on. I hope you come on more often. We're never going to kick you off. We're never going to disrespect you. I promise you that. If anyone ever does, trust me when I tell you, they're gone. I gave you your time. Isaac, do you have any last moments that you want to talk about before I give it to A-Dub?
Yeah. Well, before we get all riled up and everything.
We're not riled up. We're being rival fans. We're not riled up.
Yeah, right. So I think it is going to be a close game. I think it really is. Like Andy brought up earlier, this is Jordan Love's basically, he's fresh coming into this. And then Bears, they're looking to hey, Aaron Rodgers is gone. This is our moment to try to beat the Packers here and try to take control this season of the rivalry. But I think this team is still suited up. Packers are still suited up to actually win this game. Aaron Jones, I know the Bears did some acquisitions, like Tremaine Edwards, and then, Jack Sanborn looked a little bit better than, than what we expected. But
we got that guy from the Eagles that was
TJ Edwards.
Yeah, TJ Edwards.
But I think the way the game's gonna go with Aaron Jones is running down your throats. Until I see the Bears stop that, I don't think it's I think the game's gonna go that way. So I think
Walker and Devondre Campbell sounds better.
I think it'll be a little bit closer game than what you expected, and I expect the Packers to win by 3. It'll be coming down to a field goal.
All right. So
Wow.
So, Eddie, I know you have a lot to say, but I promise you, I'll give you your time. We're going to go around the horn. A-Dub, go ahead.
All right. Yeah. Here's the thing. I've heard a couple of questions I didn't hear no clear answers to. If you wanted to answer, I'll answer your question about DJ Moore. As far as total yards he has for his career, it's 5,201 yards receiving. In his rookie year, he has 788 yards receiving with 2 touchdowns, while Christian Watson during his rookie year had 611 with 7.
Who is his quarterback, though?
Boom! No, come on, don't do that.
Who was his QB the year in 2018? Yeah, I didn't see that part for you. And another question you asked about how many yards Jordan Love passed for in that game against Kansas City. He had 190 yards passing. Versus
he had one
Patrick
touchdown
Mahomes
and one
had
interception, I believe.
Yeah, and Patrick Mahomes only passed. And
Patrick Mahomes got shut down that game.
Yeah,
He shut his ass down that game.
Mm-hmm. And Patrick Mahomes, he had 166 yards passing in that game.
And one thing about it, the Chiefs blitzed the shit out of fucking Love to that game.
And Love made really good decisions. There was a lot of guys that dropped balls that game. I remember that one on the sideline right next to the end zone. He dropped it like it was right in his hands. I think it was Lazard, actually.
It was Lazard.
I think it was Lazard, yeah.
And he caught that touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Lazard was an up and down player. That was the whole Packer offense last year, up and down.
But last year Lazard actually led our team in fucking drops. It was 6.
So we're gonna let A-Dub finish up your whole take.
Lazard's a number 3 wide receiver.
Or the horn. Around the hole. We're gonna go to John Dorn next, and then we're gonna go to Big Mouth Rob. That's your name now, Big Mouth.
Bro, I don't mind. I don't mind.
And also,
I don't mind.
And
it's okay,
to
Nick.
answer your question, and to address and answer your question about who was DJ Moore's quarterback his rookie year, Cam Newton was his quarterback.
What?
On the downslide, 2018.
Oh. All right, bro. Come on, man. He's a seasoned veteran, bro. He's a seasoned veteran at that point. He wasn't wearing a wig at that point.
He only had 3,300 yards.
Justin Fields, I'll tell you that.
Oh, exactly.
So Darian, do you have anything else to say before I give the mic to John Dorn?
Hey, if I had to
rain down hellfire, John Dorn.
It was my judgment call about the Bears receivers. Like when it comes to Darnell Mooney, I wouldn't crap on him too much, but my only take on him was like, for me, he wouldn't be a true number 1 for the Bears. That's what I think DJ Moore is for you guys.
He wouldn't be a number 1 for the Packers.
No, I don't think he's ever a number 1, bro. I believe DJ Moore is a number 1. He's a complete number 1. For you guys, I mean, he's a number 1, man. And he would probably be a number 1 on most teams. Okay, he's got that kind of skill. No, he does. Literally, he has that kind of skills. He's shown it. Look, I wanted us to get DJ Moore. Honestly, guys.
You're gonna have your time.
I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to dog on DJ Moore, but Fields sucks dick.
Oh my God. Okay, so
you know from experience.
Oh
not
my
the second
God.
half.
Look,
I'm done now, guys. I'm done.
Okay, you're done. So it's here's the most entertaining part.
I'm gonna mute myself again, guys.
John Dorn, you're up.
What do I think about the Bears and Packer game? Oh, how do I start this? It's gonna be an ass whooping for the Bears. Look at last year. We fucking whooped their ass both games.
No, it was 9 points. The last game was 9 points.
Bro, it's gonna be 5 straight sweeps.
And then well, for one thing, the guy fucking Justin Fields, he ain't beating us. He ain't doing shit. Jordan Love will come out and show why he is the fucking Green Bay Packers and carrying a big G for greatness. Even go there and just whoop some fucking ass. For one, Bears don't got no fucking pass rush. Their defense or secondary is trash. I mean, come on now. I mean, it should be a field day for fucking Love. Just pick them apart. Watson's gonna have a big day. Mm-hmm.
Van Ness.
Aaron Jones is gonna have a huge day too. Mm-hmm.
Van Ness.
Van Ness is gonna have a few sacks. Mm-hmm.
I'm also a Hawkeye, so that pains me to see Van Ness go there.
So do you have any last things you want to say real quick, John Dorn, before I give it to Big Mouth Rob?
Well, all I'm going to say is Justin Fields has, by week 7, we'll know if he's actually a quarterback or not. By week 7, at least 6, 7. He has no excuses no more. He's done. No more excuses.
Big Mouth Rob!
I'm sorry, man. Look, I accept the name. I accept the name.
Everything that you have to say and that you got.
I don't have to say. Look, man. Look, I've never.
Packers.
Look, I gave Justin Fields the benefit of the doubt. Everybody, the first year they called him Bustin' Fields. I'm gonna let a guy play it out. He didn't impress me last year. 3 wins does not impress me. Secondly, this year is a prove-it year for him as well as for Jordan Love. I'm gonna give it to you like that. And DJ Moore is an upgrade for anything that the Bears have ever had in the last 3 or 4 seasons, as far as that goes.
Hey, Winkleman, come on, Winkleman.
Jonathan Winkleman, we're best friends now.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, I can see that. I can actually see that.
Look.
Hey, Winkleman. Come on, Winkleman.
If you guys think that Jordan Love is not going to do
love for Andy to meet Winkleman.
This is going to be a better offense than it was last year with Aaron Rodgers. You know why? Because it's a different feeling. The quarterback wants to meld. He wants to be part of the rest of these guys. These young guys, it's a hunger. The Packers got it this year. This is what they had when Brett Favre first came there and showed them a light. Showed them they could win.
Hey, let me dunk on myself real quick. Do you know who else wanted to be a part of a team and be a part of a winner? Mitch Trubisky. He wasn't though,
bro. But he sucked.
Exactly.
He never. And the same thing
is Jordan Love.
And the same thing. Okay, I don't know that. Trubisky had his shot. Trubisky had how many seasons starting as the quarterback for the Bears? 2.
That's right. He did take him to the playoffs, so he's already better than Love.
Okay, right. But Love hasn't had his shot. Love's going to get his shot. And it's the same thing. It's the same thing with Fields. This is a prove-it year for Fields. You guys all, look, it's his 3rd year. Okay, you're right. Growing pains, 1 year, 2 years, 3 wins is not impressive his 2nd season, bro. I'm just going to go. I'm going to say that. And I understand. Look, as your general manager, he swore when he took over he was going to win the North. I don't think that's going to happen, but okay. He sold the farm. He got rid of everybody. He got rid of all your talent, man. Who do you got? Who do you got for running back? Nobody.
Rashawn is amazing.
Come on, man. He's unproven. It's the same thing. You could talk about Jordan Love like that, but it's the same thing with that guy.
Agreed on that. Yeah.
I mean, look, I love new talent. And look, I would love nothing more. I would love to see the rivalry be rebuilt between the Packers and the Bears. I really would.
You know who the Bears' best wide receiver is? Jair Alexander.
Bears are sleeping the Packers this year, and it's going to be fun.
That's the solution to DJ Moore right now is Jair Alexander. You guys can't solve that. Nobody else has.
Hey,
JJ Jefferson, JJ, he hasn't solved it.
You know what's funny to me is when Mitch Trubisky first got a taste of the Bears being on the Bills in that preseason game.
Oh man, he's flying!
You had a bunch of your starters out there. You had Mack. You had Hicks out there.
Bro, my favorite thing was Amos picking them off.
Out there, you had.
You guys done patting each other on the butt now?
No, I'm just busting your chops, man. I love a good Bear fan, man. You're a good Bear fan, bro. I really respect you, bro.
Look, here's what we're gonna do. Chad's brand new. Chad, go ahead.
Who's Chad?
He's a Lions fan.
No,
Chad's a Lion. I know this guy. He's a Lions fan.
I don't give a fuck.
Lions
if
are winning the
he's
North,
a-
I'd
if
say.
He's a
Really, bro? You think the Lions win the North?
Oh, they're
Absolutely.
fool's gold. They're fool's gold.
Wow. Why do you think that?
Their defense, Aiden Hutchinson.
They were
their
30.
Goff is run.
What was the defense last year?
So wait a minute.
Hey,
Hey,
see who they
One of the
had.
worst.
I'm pretty sure that we're going with
season.
Chad.
They finished the top
Oh,
10.
Chad.
Everyone, calm down. Chad.
Oh.
Everyone. Chad is gonna go ahead and take this off. Go ahead, Chad.
All right, let's hear it, Chad.
Okay, where the Lions defense was the first half of the season, they were ranked 31st and 32nd. But if you take their defense in the last 10 games, they were ranked in the top 15, near 10. Our offense is ranked anywhere. People have it at 3rd to 5th. Our offensive line is 2nd or 3rd. No question. Do I think they're going to win? Yes. Do I know they're going to win? No. But I'm not just here to talk about Lions because I'm here to keep you guys all in check too. Okay? Justin Fields does suck. He is the
All right. I like this guy so far.
2.0 Denard Robinson. The guy can run. The guy can put up 1,500 yards on the ground any season.
Best running back in the North.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay?
Oh, yeah, I thought you said Aaron Jones was better.
The best running back in the North that plays quarterback. All right. You want me to be specific?
I don't know. Did anybody in the North have more rushing yards than Justin Fields? I don't think they did.
No.
Every time the play broke down, he just ran.
Hold on. At the same time, we play running back by committee. So if you accumulate,
Running back by committee just means that both of them suck.
How about accumulate?
No, it does not. Oh my God! Come on, man.
I expect
you guys got rid of Montgomery, and you got to say that?
I just had to throw that in there.
Man, come on, you hater!
I do like the Packers running backs.
I do think Andy needs to be back a lot more often.
You can't. Here's the thing: with
good stuff,
they could be good at running, but if the defense doesn't have to respect the deep ball, that's going to be a problem. You look and going back to kind of the Packers defense, right? If the Packers defense can be good, but if they're going to be on the field a lot, they're going to be tired because Jordan Love's going to have a lot of 3 and outs. He's going to be trying to figure out the offense.
If we run and pound the ball successfully, then that will not be.
I promise you, bro. Before Rodgers was running the show, man, and he was passing the ball all the fucking time because he trusts his own arm.
So
okay,
Andy, that's an assumption of mine.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to be the same way, bro.
The best defense in the North is Green Bay, and if anybody thinks it's not, then you don't know football.
That's right. Green Bay defense is going to shut down a lot of that bullshit.
In the North, they're hands down. That's the best defense in the North.
It's debatable. They were up and down. They were up and down last year.
How could you debate that we're not?
I want to get back to Justin Fields a second.
I think the Lions have a better
Fields' yards came from collapsed pockets, him running for his life. Those were not designed plays.
Yeah,
Justin
I agree with
Fields
that. Yeah.
is probably the best elusive quarterback in the whole NFL. Is there a better running quarterback? I don't think so.
Preach.
Okay. Do I think the Bears are good? No, but I'm scared of the Bears in 2 years because the Bears did it right. They're doing their rebuild right with the draft capital, with the salary cap.
Are the Packers not
I like
doing
this guy.
it right?
The Packers are doing it right because they got rid of that fucking bitch Aaron Rodgers.
That's right, and you all should be put on notice.
We're thinking you get the hell out of here. Okay.
So then who's doing it more right?
High on Jordan Love.
Wait. Who's doing it more right then? The Bears or the Packers? Who's doing it more right at this
Right
point?
now, the Packers, but in 2 years, look out for the Bears. We're all going to be having.
Nobody's scared of the Bears. Same as nobody's scared of the Lions.
Week one.
Wait a minute. In 2
After
years,
week one.
don't look out for the Packers then?
In 2 years, we don't know what's going to happen. Let's just
Jordan Love doesn't even believe in himself. He took a proven deal.
Let's
Jordan
just
Love
look at
doesn't.
the path the Bears are doing, and I hate
Well,
the
you
Bears.
just said the Packers are doing it more right than the Bears are. That's
This
what you
year-
just said. So
This
who's
year,
to
the
look out
the-
for more?
You know where the Packers shit the bed? On O-line. How did they not? That's where they really did. Finesse, he's not going to be day one starter. He's going to be a fill-in guy next year, or I mean the year after. he is going to be a starter.
I said the same thing, but our panel people said that
No, he's starting day one. He's starting day one. They have him starting day one. They already said it.
Day one.
Because we're going to Sean Gary may not be back yet. He might
already
be
said he's going to be a late bloomer. Van Ness.
Let me ask you a question real quick, Chad. Was drafting Rashawn Gary?
Who drafts a guy doesn't think he's going to start day one? I don't get that.
Hold on. Was drafting Rashawn Gary a bad idea?
Absolutely not.
So many people said it was, though.
We don't know. Somebody saw.
How do
something
you not
in
know
him.
at this point? He's a beast. What are you,
Bro? The numbers speak for themselves on Van Ness, bro. The numbers speak for themselves.
I'm a Hawkeye fan, and Van Ness actually didn't even start very much because of what Ferentz. Ferentz does. I like.
But he had more starts than all. He played more snaps than all the starters.
His
I
coach
agree.
doesn't
He didn't
believe
play
in
more
non
than Van Ness. He didn't play more
Over
Jack
some
Campbell.
fucking
like Van
college
Ness.
goddamn bullshit.
I do
He
like
didn't
Van
play
Ness.
more than Jack Campbell. I think Jack Campbell had more snaps than him by far.
Well, yeah, because Van Ness was younger, and that's the problem with Ferentz. I'm a Hawkeye fan. I'm
Hercules. You're going to be hearing that all year.
Andy's getting to a really good point where Van Ness didn't start because of the coach. That's literally what happened.
That's the only reason.
So he is talented, absolutely, and so
1,000 snaps in his last 2 seasons. 1,000 snaps.
But with
he played in 1,000 snaps.
He was
with
carved
rookies.
by
It does take
Michelangelo
them.
in Italy.
It does take them to get a little while to get acclimated. In week 1, it's going to be tough. Maybe by week 3, 4, he'll be a little bit more acclimated. Week 1 in Soldier Field, especially, I think he's going to be torn as well because he's dating Cole Kmet's sister, so he's going to be a little bit torn there. So,
bro, I'm telling you, week 1, it's going to be the ceremony of J Love taking over as the ownership of the Bears.
Week 1, Packers and Bears. It's gonna be a rekindle of the actual rivalry. It will be.
It's gonna be a black and blue fucking.
Here's the thing: you guys say that the Packers defense is good. Jordan, Justin, okay. If
it's not good, it's great.
Okay, well, Justin Fields ran through that great defense for a touchdown on his own.
He ran through every great defense.
Bro, whenever it breaks down,
added,
that's all he does is run. It's fight or flight. That guy got no fight in him.
Now you add wide receivers.
Let me see you tackle Justin Fields one-on-one.
Let's ask
He's like catching a chicken.
And then what happened?
Andy, hold on, everybody. Andy, who has the best defense in the NFC North?
Green Bay.
I'd say the Lions do.
What?
The Lions are getting there, but they're getting there. But
the Packers were up and down last year.
Are you serious? The
Man,
worst defense in the whole league last year? They have the best defense?
Absolutely. You add the free agents they added. Packer fans, I know you're not accustomed to adding free agents, but the Bears did that. The Lions did that. The Lions got better in their secondary. I like what they did there.
How many quarterbacks do they have now?
I like Malcolm Rodriguez for the Lions.
How do we not
How
add?
many quarterbacks do they have now?
How many cornerbacks?
Yeah, but no Branch is there. Margarita,
8. I think we have 8 cornerbacks in Detroit.
Yeah.
There you
So
go.
if we didn't add free agents, then what do you call us? Darius?
What I meant was
Russell
how many
Douglas.
good?
Good
how many
Devontae
good
Campbell.
quarterbacks?
You know what I mean? I can keep on naming them.
We have a Lions
DJ,
fan right here.
DJ.
How many actual good cornerbacks you have? 0.
3.
See?
3.
Oh, yeah.
What?
You said good, not great. Hang on, man. You said good, not great.
No, I'm just saying it. I'm saying better than average. Better than average.
3 great cornerbacks.
None.
It's already been proven the Packers got the best secondary, man.
They do.
Hands down.
Now they're bringing up the pass rush now.
He actually might have
Why do
the
you
best
think
pass
No, it's going to be the best pass rush. I'm just saying it's proven on the secondary. The pass rush is yet to come. It's coming, bro. It's coming.
This motherfucker right here, Chad, just said the Green Bay Packers, as a Lions fan, have the best defense. And I actually don't think it's that close.
I think Kirby Joseph, did he pick Aaron Rodgers last pass off?
So
he picked Aaron Rodgers off 3 times.
You're right, bro. Look, and that's the whole thing, man. Everybody talks that crap, man. The Packers went 13. They had 13 win seasons, 3 straight. Everybody's like, oh, well, they had Aaron Rodgers. We had Aaron Rodgers last year, and we did not get 9 wins.
That's
true.
Okay, so it can't be both ways. It can't be you got Aaron Rodgers or you don't got Aaron Rodgers. It's the system, bro. And the problem was Aaron Rodgers, for whatever reason, him and the general manager broke up, and it's over.
Aaron Rodgers has been crippling the Green Bay Packers for 8 years. He's been crippling.
Lions have better safeties, that's for sure.
Yeah, we have better safeties.
Rodgers had
we have better quarterbacks.
And you could say Rodgers had a down year.
We have
better
pass
linebackers.
rushers.
Rodgers didn't have a down year. Rodgers just had a year that he didn't come together with his wide receivers. That's the difference. Jordan Love he's with his boys now before the preseason.
Aaron Rodgers played the bitch because the Green Bay Packers wouldn't draft round 1 wide receivers.
I agree. I think they never gave him nothing. I agree.
So, anyways, we have the entirety of our defense is better than any.
Agreed, Nick.
They had
any NFC North team, absolutely 100%. Coming from a Lions fan that has to watch you and hates you, I don't hate you guys. I just hate the Packers. Yes, you have the best defense in the North.
What were the Packers ranked on their pass rush last year? Asking for a friend.
I think it was like 26.
Are you talking before Rashawn Gary went out or after? Because when that guy was in there, man, it was like you guys were shut down.
Stokes are one of our best corners.
Oh, with Luke Van Ness and Rashawn Gary coming back. Now what?
Van Ness ain't coming back. Can you just draft him?
Hey, isn't it?
No, I said
feels really
with
good.
Luke Van Ness and Rashawn Gary coming back.
And Preston, and you got
Preston Smith on top of that. I mean, when Gary went down, Preston Smith stepped up.
I watch a lot of stuff on the NFL. Most of the people that don't know what they're talking about, but say they know what they're talking about, think Van Ness needs a little bit of time to develop. They don't think he's a day 1 starter. The majority.
That's all right, man. And that's going to be their screw up because, man, he's going to be in the rotation week 1, bro. He's going to be out there. If he's not starting, he's in on play 2 or 3. I promise you.
Let me ask Andy this. Didn't Kenny Clark throw your center, Mustafa, out the way?
Mustafa's terrible.
Boom!
Yeah, Mustafa's terrible. I'll take you that. Yeah. Thankfully, he's gone. I think he signed with the Ravens. God bless his soul.
Clark is pretty good at getting at you guys, too.
What's that?
You guys?
Kenny Clark is pretty good at getting at you guys, too.
Yeah, Kenny Clark is good. Quay Walker's just going to mess it up, though. He's undisciplined.
Why?
Okay. Wait a minute. Quay Walker's fucking really good. You cannot deny that.
He's good at pushing medical staff.
PWFA writers voted him as one of the top young prospects. So
you cannot deny.
They wouldn't have done that.
You cannot deny that Quay Walker is fucking good. He's really
good at pushing medical personnel.
Yeah, sure. He has horrible
undisciplined. That's the big thing.
Bears have many players that have done
that.
Shit like that.
Are you going to deny that he's not good? He's
talented, but you got to put it together. You got to put it together.
Of course, he's good.
He
needs pieces around him to help him out a little bit, but he's a great player.
Yeah, so Quay Walker, sideline to sideline tackles.
Yeah. I gotta tell you guys, I'm gonna end this because
you can't end it. We're not done.
White Man Can't Jump 2 just came out on Hulu, and I got some popcorn popped, and my whole family's waiting for me. I'm gonna go watch that movie. I don't care how much you hate it. It's like Space Jam 2. I have to go watch it. White Man Can't Jump 2 just came out.
And Jordan Love can't throw. That's coming out next.
He's talking about
Same old Lions.
I'm sorry.
Come on, guys. Let's have fun.
So sorry, guys.
Yeah,
I have to
same
go
old
watch it.
Lions.
Whatever, Nick. You said you was leaving after an hour. It's an hour 48, bro.
I know, that's why I have to.
Bro,
go.
shut up, man. This is more important. You can watch that shit anytime.
Thank you.
Hey,
so Andy,
You
shout
can
out
pop
your,
a new
your
bag of
podcast.
popcorn later.
Andy, shout out your
Well, I
podcast.
burnt
Again. I'm
anyways.
gonna end this.
Yep. NFL Updated on YouTube and Freezing 4 NFC North podcast. I also interview podcasters from all of the teams. So try to get my fantasy football knowledge and not just from a
Are you a fantasy guy, man?
I love fantasy, yes.
How many teams you play a year?
10 to 15.
All right,
That's because he loses in all of them. And
bro, stop. I play in like 25 teams, bro. Honestly, I play 25 teams at least.
I went to the NFL draft and I almost got to Amon-Ra St. Brown's autograph. Thankfully, I didn't wait in that line. Otherwise, he would have roasted me. I was wearing my Devin Hester
Andy,
jersey.
I'm waiting for your invitation for me to come on to your podcast. But
let's do it.
What's your podcast, bro? I mean, seriously, post it because I'll follow you. Hey man, look, you're a straight up Bear fan. I talk a lot of shit, but
invite me.
I talk a lot of shit, but I love a good conversation, especially if you're going to be not delusional.
I just troll the shit out of it.
Hey, I'm all right with that too. Do it. Hey, more views. It's
more views. You got it.
Find it on NFL Updated on YouTube. But yeah, that's where I have my Freezing 4 NFC North podcast. We got shout out to Dale at Average Cheese. They do the Packer podcast. He comes on quite a bit. Rev Trev is also
who is it? Average Cheese. What is it?
AVG Cheese.
How about David Henderson? Does David Henderson come on your show?
Oh my God,
dude! If you say that, we're out. We're all out. If you say that fool comes on there, we're out.
No, Rev Trev is another Packer guy that comes on. So we're gonna do something Sunday. I set him off when I said 5 to 6 wins for the Packers this year. So,
bro, that would set me. You set me off, bro, because there's no way it's 10 wins. 10 wins.
Andy's gonna invite.
Hey, Bear fans, stick around. 10 wins. Nick's gonna draw a dick on his face, and he's gonna get a tattoo on his chest.
I never said that. I never said
Yo, Nick, you said it, bro. You're getting a dick drawn on your face, bro, in permanent Sharpie.
Yeah,
the white man can't jump to his right now.
Find me on Facebook. I'm waiting for your invitation.
No, Nick's on the schedule, bro. He's bailing on the bet.
On Facebook.
It's literally just Nick Green.
All right.
Fucking Nick Green. I'm telling you, if I lose the bet, Nick, I'm shaving my head. I'm going to get it signed.
All right. I will find.
Hey, can I say something real quick?
Say it, John. Say it.
The Bears still suck.
Bears fucking suck.
We'll see week 1, won't we?
Hey, did you see our intro? Even Amon Green believes the Bears still suck. I mean, that's just how it is. Look,
he said
they make a song.
Amon Green says Nick Green.
The Bears still suck. They really.
Hey, Nick
really
ain't gonna watch
me,
White Man Can't Jump too. He's gonna watch his Mormon neighbors play basketball next door.
That's probably what he's gonna do.
Have you ever dunked a basketball before, Isaac?
Yeah, in NBA 2K. Boom, motherfucker!
Yeah, I dunked a basketball in real life, mother,fucker. So let's go.
Hey, I'm 53 years old. I can still dunk.
Please invite me to your next. I'll be there.
Wednesday, next Wednesday. So
I won't.
And it's on YouTube. Man, you gotta put a link, man. Send me something, man. I'll watch your show. I promise.
Absolutely.
I'll actually give you real input if you put me on your show. These other jackals that are on the show, fuck them.
Hey, I've had some crazy Packer fans on.
Bro, did you watch the Bears show that happened on the other day where they were talking like they were going to win? Do you really believe you guys are going to win 12 games?
No. I'm saying 8 to 10. 10 is best case scenario. So
I had you guys winning 6. I had you doubling what you had last year.
Why don't we hone it down to 6 to 8? You know what I mean?
When you look at the how close some of the games were, we were close to 8-9. If you flip some of those things, if you have the talent at it,
We're gonna have a lot to talk about on your podcast.
But hey man, I'm giving you guys the benefit of the doubt. This is a year Fields needs to prove himself.
He absolutely does.
I'm literally gonna DM you on Messenger and we'll talk about it. I think this can be incorporated and infused in many ways. Everybody have a wonderful rest of your night. White Man Can't Jump.
I can dunk at 53.
And Hulu. Lions and fuck the Bears.
So everybody give your last shout out real quick.
Go,
Isaac,
Pack,
I
go.
know you're gonna go watch the movie. Isaac. Let's go. Everybody
Go, Pack, go.
Hey, wait. Hang on. I'm
What?
53 years old. I can still dunk at 53.
Nice.
I can't.
Really, man? Really, bro? You're gonna have to post a video, bro. You're gonna have to post a video. Post a video.
Like
I'm 6'8", 200
These
pounds.
days, everyone posts a video, man. You got the skills, post it.
Well, I didn't say it looked pretty. I just said I could do it.
Dude, let's see it. I didn't say it had to be pretty. Just post it. You said you could do it. Show me you can do it. Show me an ugly way you can do it.
I can stand flat-footed and touch
Isaac,
the bottom
give
of the net.
us your last take.
Bears suck.
Hey, man, I already knew that. Give me a better take, man. Come on, man. Better take.
All right, better take right here. Jordan Love era is here, baby.
That's right, baby. That's right,
Give
baby.
us your last take.
My last take.
Yeah.
The Bears suck. You can say it, man.
Justin Fields leading.
What do you think? Hey, Justin Fields, what do you think? 2,500 yards, 10 touchdowns?
No, we're not doing
3,500
this.
yards.
We're not asking questions anymore. We're getting rid of the show. We are done. White Man Can't Jump 2 is on, and there's oh my god.
Oh my God, Nick.
I'm watching this. Bye, everybody. Everyone. Frozen
Hey, man, good night, man. Go Pack, go. All you fuckers, fuck your teams. The Packers are the best.
Andy and Chad, come back on the show, please.
I love you guys, man. That's why I come every time I see you on. I
And
follow
real quick,
Bill.
Jamez, eat a dick.
I don't even follow Main Event Mike. I follow Bill. Okay, and I'm a Lions fan because Bill's my dude.
We're done, Jamez. We're gonna
Thanks,
go
brother.
watch White
Appreciate
Man Can't Jump 2. We're done. Bye. See you guys.
Yeah,